Numi here, and today we are going to be tiering the outfits of each job class for each character in Bravely Default. I have no idea what I'm going to name this. Who knows? I'll think of something at 3 a.m. But we will be splitting them up by each character. It'll still be in the same video, but so it doesn't look so cluttered with each tier list, I split them up. Also, because of how weird they look here, I'll just have a picture of it, like a larger picture of the outfit on the side here to help you out and see everything that I'm talking about. So we are going to be doing this in order of you obtain them. So first it'll be storyline ones, then it'll be the side quest ones. So the first one here is the monk. I'm gonna put the monk in B tier. You can actually see the monk pretty well, but it's one that when you see it, yes, it's a monk, it looks like one, but it just looks a little plain. Like, I like it, but it looks a little plain. And there's a lot of them that look a little plain, and I think that's because this is the first game in the series and they don't want to go too out there, which makes sense. But this is fashion. We're not trying to do plain Jane. Absolutely not. So, I'm gonna put it at B. It's nice. Honestly, I don't even know what would make it pop. I couldn't tell you right now. I'm drawing a blank. I can tell you for other ones though. Like the White Mage class, who's also going in B tier. I really like the White Mage White Mage outfit for the guys, Tiz and Ringabel. I like the little hats and everything like that. Like, I like the whole entire outfit. The only thing is that the little apron that they have looks so plain. If they just put a little design, like a little pattern right there, not all over it, but just like in the front part that's just red, same color as like all the other accent reds, perfect. This would have been A, maybe even, nah, I think the highest that'll ever go is like A+, but it would have been a definite A, but it gets B for me because it just goes a little bit on the plain side, but I still like it because of the direction they went with the outfit. So next we have Black Mage. Now for the Black Mage, see, this is tough because I wanna put it pretty high, but those blue pants, why? If I would have liked it if the pants were like red, maybe, you know, I think red pants would have actually worked, but the blue just seems weird. It really feels like the top part is like, ooh, I'm a wizard, and the bottom part is, you know, I want to be no, here's how it is. It's like you're wearing a Halloween costume, but it's cold on Halloween, so you put some extra garments underneath or something like that, and you're like, I want to be a wizard, but I also do not want to freeze to death. So the pants, I really don't like the pants. The shape of it, fine, with whatever. The color, know. And I really like the gloves. Am I gonna put this at B minus? I might just put this at B minus. I hate those pants. I love the hat. I love the hood. I love the gloves. I love everything else besides these pants. And the pants are so noticeable. Like, if the pants were like underneath, I would have gave it a little bit more of a pass because you don't see it, but they're so prominent. B minus. This hurts me. This hurts me because I like the black mage so much. Whew. Okay. Next we have the knight. Now the knight class again looks plain, but listen, that you can't see it from behind, but if you look really closely, he has like this kind of like hood thing that's really tight. I think it's part of his chainmail, and also like a chin guard, I believe. I like that. It, from all other knight classes that look very generic, it does give him a little bit more of a difference, and I like it. Also, I like that his hair is peeking out. It looks interesting to me. He doesn't look like a generic knight. He looks like, yeah, he could be a knight, but he's more of like a general, like something like that. Like he's just above a lowly knight, you know. And I'm gonna put this at am I gonna really put this at B? This is hurting my heart, but those blue pants, they gotta learn. Next is, well, this is story wise, so Arcanus, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're wacky as heck. If you put this in front of my face and ask me, hey, what class would this be in a JRPG, I would tell you Beastmaster. I wouldn't know, but I really like it because of how different it is. Sorry, I drank some water. I like it for how different it is. It's this weird, like, it has like these ears to it, a tail for whatever reason. Don't ask me why there's a tail there. Has nothing to do with the class. I don't know. I couldn't tell you why that tail is there. But you know what? I'm okay with it. And I'm going to put this at S tier. Oh yeah, some of them are PNG, some are JPEG. Listen, okay, I didn't tell you this was going to be a professional one. I just said it was going to be interesting. Next we have Spirit Master. Now, with the Spirit Master, it's just an upgrade to White Mage. I like it. It's a solid A class. I would say it's A. It could be a little boring to some people. I'm not that person, so I'm gonna put it A tier. Also, I just looked. I totally forgot the freelancer class, mainly because I don't use a freelancer class at all. I said freelancer class. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Freelancer is gonna be B minus for me. For Tiz, I like it. Of course, it's not going to be anything flashy. Why are they trying to make the freelancer flashy? I have no idea. But I like it. Little farmer boy. It's nice. It's weird that this cut his head off, but whatever. Next is Templar. I'm going to be honest with you. The Templar looks awesome. I don't use the Templar that often. It's an awesome class. That's a solid A tier. There's no doubt about it. That's A tier right there. Next we have Dark Knight. I'm going to let you know this right now. Spoilers for the rest. Dark Knight is awesome. Dark Knight is awesome. Now, I'm going to put it below Templar in A- simply because, and it only gets just a smidge point taken off because, and again, sorry for spoiling it, everyone looks the same as a Dark Knight. There is a difference. They all have different color hair or whatever like that, and the little prong / antenna are different. You're going to see it once we get there. I'm happy that they put something of a difference in. That's not enough, baby. That's not enough. Just look, if I put them all next to each other, yeah, you can see the difference, but it's not that much to care. It's really not that much to care, and you literally clicked copy and paste for each one, and that's a little boring. I like when each costume has a little personality to them, like they are different from everyone else's, even just slightly. I mean, yeah, this is when it's slightly, that's why it's at A-, but if they didn't look so cool, they would definitely be lower. But, okay. Now we're on to the side quest classes. We have the Thief. I like the Thief for Tiz here. He has a little scarf that like he's using for a shirt or whatever. He has his hood with his hair peeking out. Notice his hair is peeking out. When we get to another character, you would wish that their hair was peeking out. Or at least I do. He has this little utility belt or whatever like that. He's not Batman. But like, I guess if he's stealing something, just throw it in the pocket real quick and get out of here. I just really like it. You know, the hood he's a thief, so you can't see his face. That clearly also, like, whenever you get the Thief, you know, it's in, you know, the desert, so it makes sense why he's dressed like this. I really like it. I'm gonna put it A- because it could be a little boring, but it's not bad. So A-, A- for him. Next we have the Merchant class. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't use the Merchant class. I don't care to use the Merchant class. Yeah, there are some good abilities there. I want to use something else. But this is not about usefulness. This is about the fashion here. And this Merchant is so good. Like, it looks so good. Like, he has this very debonair, you know, clothing. He has this giant Flavor Flav clock. And his hat is just ridiculously long. Which makes sense because he's a merchant. And he's probably flaunting all of his money or whatever like that. Like, oh, I'm so wealthy, I can get this large hat. Or I can get this very, you know, obnoxiously large clock. So, like, I love that. You know what I mean? They took a class, merchant class, that could just be someone in robes and a whole bunch of bags. And they were like, no. We're going to make them into... we're going to make them into this. So, I love it. I'm going to put it A because of how much character it has. Like, it's really nice. Now, moving on to Time Mage. Now, I can see other people not liking the Time Mage. It looks... The headpiece on his head does look wild and crazy, and it probably will not mesh well with other people. But for me, I like that it looks interesting. It probably does look like some old clock or something like that. I don't know. You all tell me in the comment section. But I like how different it looks and how weird it is. What is that piece on its head? You know what I mean? Like, I really like it. It's A- tier, but I like it. Next we have Spellfenter, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't have a long explanation. I like using the class, but this is, again, not for use. Just look at it. Just look at it. Where do you think I'm putting this at? S tier. Moving on. Come on. Look at that. Summoner class. I really like the Summoner class. I think that the whole like purple, green, blue ombre effect for this Summoner class, I really like it. I think that helps a lot with standing out because no other class has that type of working with it. So I'm gonna put this at A tier. It's a really nice looking class. Next we have Ranger. I really like it. I really liked it. I have no idea why they went with a fox. It's beyond me. Like, scratching my head, I don't know. But I think it looks really cool. They could have went like the basic archer type of look, but they were like, no, let's give it a wolf aesthetic. You know, like let's have like some wolves incorporated in it. And then having the extra arrows in the tail, come on. I'm almost inclined to put this at S tier. Am I gonna do that? Am I really gonna put this at S tier? Okay, look, for Tiz, I'll do it. If you don't know, Tiz is one of my favorite characters in Bravely Default, or in the Bravely series. So, look, okay, I might have a little bias. Red Mage. The Red Mage looks awesome. I think the blue looks a little weird, but I'm gonna let it slide with this one. It's not as bad as the Black Mage, but it's A. It's A. It is A. It looks really good. Next we have the Valkyrie. Now, when I tell you this class looks awesome, I can't even fathom the word. I can't even speak the words. I can't even fathom the words to explain to you how awesome this class looks. Yeah, the piping, I don't know what is on its legs. Its legs? On their legs. Please tell me if you do know. But this looks like a freaking sci-fi angel, like a Bayonetta anime or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it just looks awesome. This is easily S tier. Easily. Next we have the Pirate. The Pirate is actually pretty fun looking class. Like, it looks very whimsical. I don't know how I like my actually, you know what? A minus. I like my characters. I like my pirates to look a little bit more ruthless and scary. But these ones, I'm fine with them. A minus. Next, we have before. I think these are fun. Yes, it's in the same category as Merchant when it blah, 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 blah. Can I get my words together? Where it's a class that looks very out there, and you know what I mean. They did an Elvis, outfit, which cool, right? But I'm not the biggest fan of Elvis, I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is my tier list. This is not the definitive tier list of fashion. This is not yours. It's not your mama's. It's mine. So, I'm not going to put it in D because it doesn't look bad. No. we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot for that one. And you know what? Oh well. Make your own list. Now, we are going to be moving on to the Salve Maker. Now, this one is another one that I don't really use very much. I think it's interesting and very kooky the way it looks. They have, come on, look at it. Just look at it. I'm going to give it a B. It's a solid B. Should it be higher? No, not for me. Maybe for you. Ninja. Shut the front door. Come on. Where'd you think I was going to put it? Based on all of the other ones, where did you think I was going to put this? Also, sorry, I was moving something. If you heard wind or something, my arm moved. Yeah. Based on everything else in S tier, where did you think Ninja was going to go? Vampire is next. Now. Oh wait. I skipped right over Swordmaster. Sorry, Swordmaster. I'm so sorry. Swordmaster, fine. It's a very fine class. There's nothing bad with it. Yes, there could be something to make it pop a little more, but that's for a lot of these. A minus. A minus. Next we have the Vampire again. Vampire is an A. It could be an S tier if it had more ooky spooky in it, but it doesn't. It doesn't. He has like a cool cape and stuff, little frills and that's not frills. Whatever it is in the front, like underneath his neck. I don't know what it's called. But it needs more ooky spooky. Ooky spooky dookie, halamaluki. It needs more. That's just how I feel, you know? Now moving on to Conjuring. I'm gonna be honest, this is the first one that does not look boring, but looks a mess. It looks like it has too much going on. Now, this one looks okay. It's not as messy as the other ones look, but there's one thing that I do not like, and it's that fleshy salmon pant leg. It looks like Tiz has weird not super sunburnt, but slightly sunburnt, scrawny legs. What is going on here? That does not look nice. It does not. I don't know who told them it did, but no. This is going in C tier as well. So, that is it for the Tiz one. There's none in D, because I like Tiz too much. Listen. And also, none of these outfits are really, like, insulting to the eye. Yeah, they have some very weird not super weird choices, but some very, like, boring choices, I should say. But nothing is like, oh man, what the heck were they thinking? You know, it was like, you needed to put a little more spice in there. You know, not just salt and pepper, but put something else in there. Some obey, some seasoned salt, some, I don't know. You know, it just put a little bit more in there. But that concludes the Tiz one. We will be moving next to Agnès Oblige. Now we have moved on to Agnès. Now, I'm going to remember this time, Freelancer. Her Freelancer class, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be C. Also, the reason why Tiz had like the B- and A- and not anyone else is because I kind of went through it in my head already. And I was like, maybe for him, he'll need it, but I don't know if the other ones will. So, if we need an extra tier, we'll make an extra tier. So, Monk. I really like Monk for her. Now, yes, it's just plain orange and everything like that, but I really like how the fighters look for the girls. Now, there's one little thing I would have did different for Agnes, I would have put her hair in a ponytail. In a high ponytail with her little fringe going, her fringe would be there too. And because it just makes it look like fighter. For girls, tying your hair up, thank you, Car. Tying your hair up in in a monk outfit and everything like that, it just pulls everything together. So it's going to be A. I feel like I probably would have made A+ if she had that ponytail, but it's A for right now. White Mage for Agnes. Come on, it's like they made this class to be her. Like, I don't know anyone who didn't use Agnes as a white mage at least once. Like, it was made for her. It looks so great. It's almost a little insulting how, like, yes, the guys I think look really good with it, with the white mage as well. But with the girls, they have like all this extraness to it that's really, really nice. I'm gonna be honest, for Agnes, it's S tier for white mage. She looks really good with it. Like, I just don't know what to tell you. Just now, black mage for Agnes. The girls don't have the blue hammer pants, whatever you want to call them. I love this. I don't use her as black mage much. I love this. Now, they do still have the blue with the boot, but it's a part of the boot. Whatever. And also, the blue matches the inside of the hat. Like, come on. Come on. That's an S tier for Agnes right there. Come on. It's very... I'm gonna let you know this right now. For Agnes, there's a lot of them that I like for her as well. There are some... but we'll get there. Knight. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't have that little headpiece, so it doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, it's really that easy. It's boring. It's C tier. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's C tier. It's boring. The Knight for her is boring. Moving on, Arcanus. Moving on, Spellmaster. Like, I have nothing to say. They all look good. They all look good. That's it. Now, the Spirit Master. I don't know if I said Spellmaster for Tiz. I hope not. Whatever. The Spirit Master for Agnes. It looks really good. She looks so adorable with her glasses. It looks like these are her clothes. It doesn't look like it's a part of a job class. Like, this looks like it's for her specifically. Like, I love it so much on her. That might even be an S+ one. I don't know. But like, I love it so much. Like, it looks so cute on her and her little gloves. Wait a minute. I see a trend. I like Agnes in red gloves. I like Agnes in red gloves. She just looks really cute. I can't handle it. Templar, you can't go wrong. I don't ever use her in Templar, so this is my first time actually seeing her as a Templar. Still solid. It's still a solid class, like the way it looks. Next we have the Dark Knight. You know what? Going to the Dark Knight reminds me I should probably make an A- for everyone. Let's do that now. A row right below. Bam. It's A- for me. I'm sorry. I am so very sorry, but that's just how it goes for me. Yes, there are differences. Yes, I know. I see the differences. It's just not that much to care. It's just not that much for me to care. A-. Thief. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's cute, like the scarf and the little jacket and the little dress. Like it really is cute, but it just needs more pizzazz. Which that will be another trend. It needs some more pizzazz. I might even just make it a. I don't think it's D. I think I'm gonna make a C minus. Not lowercase. I think this garners a C minus. It maybe to you all, it looks better, and more power to you. But for me, it's not working. You're not selling it. She's not selling it. I'm sorry. Next we have the merchant. Come on, look at her. Those giant. I don't even know if they're pearls. Who knows what they are? Jewelry, that necklace, giant, that ring, human. Like she can barely lift her hand. She needs to rest her arm on her other hand and also on her face shoulder. I'm not sure. It's kind of small here because it's just so big. I love how ridiculous it is. The giant hat as well, so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Next we have Time Mage. Same reason as Tiz. A minus. It nothing changed. A minus. That's it. You guys see trends so fast. Yes, the Spell Fencer is going in S tier. You know how cute it is? That purple and blue with her brown hair. She has these cool colors. Anyez in these cool colors looks so good. And like, yes, it doesn't fit her personality, but that's not what we're talking about right now. But if you know me, which is like, I'm pretty sure majority of people who are going to be watching this are people who already know me. You know how I feel about giving a character a certain outfit that does not match their personality. But for this to trump that, I can't even say the word. She just looks good. Let's move on. Let's not dwell. Summoner for Miss Anyez. Oh, where's the summoner at? Oh, right here. She looks cute. The girls look better than the guys in the summoner. I'm thinking to myself because I'm like, should I make it A+? And you know what? I'm gonna give it A+. I'm gonna give it A+ because I think it's cute and not okay. I think it's really cute. It works with her, Anyez. Next we have Ranger. I don't know why it's pink. It's not something that will be taken off, but A tier. It's A tier. I think it's cute. I don't know why I don't like. I don't know why I don't. I can't explain to you why I like Tiz more. It's probably because I just like Tiz more. But hers is A and his will be S, and that is all that will be said. Red Mage, A tier, bam. It's look. Now, the Valkyrie class is next. They're going to be A tier. Actually, it might even be A+ tier, but they will not be S tier. The helmet part with Tiz worked for me because it gave it this space vibe. You know, it looked like a space alien. This does not look like space at all. This just looks like heaven, which is fine. A+ for heaven. A+ for heaven. or some sky world or whatever like that. It's lady, ladies that live in the sky, whatever. She looks cute. I will say that Bow is a little, whatever. Still A+ though. The pirate, I'm going to put it at A-. It's still very cute. And I don't mind a cute pirate. But, again, I like my pirates to look very, scary. Now we have the performer. I'm gonna be honest with you. S. I think she looks absolutely adorable. I just look at her. She looks adorable. Everything works. Just the cool colors. Just look at her. Next we have the salve maker. I'm giving this A+. This, the little hat, the dress, it's cut off at the shoulder, the gloves. It works for me. The males are a little bit messy because they have the little bell and everything. It's just slightly messy. But it works with Agnes. Next we have the Sword Master. A. It's a solid A. This is actually my first time seeing her like this, because I never make her Sword Master, but she looks good. Next we have Ninja. Another ATAF. It's the ATAF. Another A tier class. It looks really, really good. Now, it doesn't have the demon only mask like Tiz had. So that's bringing it down a little bit, because it doesn't have the whole spookiness or scariness to it. But it doesn't need to, because female ninjas were different. So like, cute little, it was a cute little thing that did it. I like it. I still like it. Now we have Vampire. I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here looks absolutely adorable. I wish it was on a different character. Like some other character who was like not a part of this group of people, but it just looks so nice. See, it brings that, it's like sexy but ooky spooky too. It's a little too much on the sexy side, but I just like it. And I'm gonna put this at B because I don't like the long skirt or the long dress. It makes her look like she has like a ton of layers on, and it just looks bulky for no reason. So it's B for me. It's like the only thing. Everything else actually looks pretty cute, but it being long and that kind of like the pose she's in, I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. So that is my Agnes tier list. So here you go. Next will be Edea Lee. Okay, now we moved on to Edea, and again, like we did with the other two, Monk. S tier. S tier. Look at her. She has those, I don't even know what the heck that is on her arms, but I love it. I don't know what type of glove that is, but they did what I wanted with Agnes. Pull her hair up. Now she looks like a fighter. To me, that's, I might even make this S+. I really like this. White Mage. It's the same as Agnes, but it still works for her. I think it's the blonde hair that's really doing it for me. It's A tier. It's A plus. A plus for me. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop being silly. Yeah, that's A plus right there. Next we have Black Mage. Now this one has purple cape to it and everything. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. S. No. A minus. S. A minus. I'm gonna keep it at S. Now, there are some classes that look like they were made for certain characters. Like that white mage looked like it was made for Agnes. The knight looks like it was made for Adia. I'm putting it at A+. It was made for her. It looks loads more interesting than the other ones, in my opinion. But, moving on to Arcanus. Where'd you think I was going to put this at? Where'd you think? Where? Even the Spirit Master, that also works. These are classes that I never make a DM. It works. The blonde hair it's really doing it for me with these outfits. Like, they look so good. In the red framing for those classes, please. I don't know if the other ones had that, but I'm really noticing it on her. Templar, again, another class that looks like it was made for her. Maybe it was because of her dad and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest, in my brain, it just looks like it was made for her. Oh, no. Well, you know what time it is. It's A- time. Oh, and now we are at Thief. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. She looks like an earthworm. Why they do this to her? They really did this to her. Like, I like the pants. You know what I mean? I like the color. That very, like, it's kind of like wine. Why? The hoodie worked on Tiz because, and only because, his hair peeked out. This makes it look like her big old head and her shoulders are now melted together, and she's just like, it's like she doesn't have a chin. She doesn't have a chin, and she doesn't have shoulders. It's like face, chest. No. D. This is the first one that's D, because it's absolutely not. Now we're moving on to Merchant. I'm gonna be honest with you. This type of peach, pink, salmon, whatever the heck it is, with this blue. Now I get it. It's still gonna go pretty high, but not as high as the other ones. Just because those colors are like, maybe that's a part of the charm. Like, she has classy colors. Like, actually, you know what? I'm putting it at A. She has a lot of money, but she does not know how to dress herself. Which, for a lot of people who have money, like, are wealthy, they're like, I have money for all these clothes, I just don't know how to wear them. You know what? Stay at A. Next we have Time Mage. I think that's okay. I don't really have much to say on it. Baby. Spell Fencer. The pink there is something, and this is besides all of this. There is something about pink hair, not pink hair. Switch it around. Blonde hair with like a pink outfit. It works for me, and I don't even like pink. Pink is one of my least favorite colors, but this right here. Oh no, why did it go backwards? What the hell? What's happening? Should I bleep out that? Oh well. YouTube, stop listening. Why are you so far into this? Now, moving on to... What are we moving on to? Summoner. She looks cute. She looks cute. A+. She looks cute. Ranger. I like the purple headpiece. Why do we have this nasty, I ate peas for lunch and I threw them up on the floor, green? It's not horrible. It still looks nice. That color pulls it down so much. Oof. Oof. I don't want to look at it. Oof. Red Mage, just go to A+. Go. Valkyrie, again. The bow is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but it's still going to be an A+ tier outfit. I'm going through these pretty fast because a lot of them are the same as Agnès, so it's like there's not much of a difference. Like the only difference is probably like some of them have different colors and maybe her blonde hair works with them a little bit more. Next we have the pirate. I'll be honest, I like the pirate on her. Again, I like my pirates to be a little bit more menacing, but it looks cute on her, so I'm gonna put A+. But whatever. Actually, you know what? Just A. Salve Maker, A+. It looks cute on her. Yeah, the sleeves aren't cut off like last time, but so what? I like it. Sword Map. This one, another classic that just looks like it works for her. S. I like the pink with her. I like that green that gives a little accent. It works. It works. And hey, baby, when it works, it works. Okay. It's like, okay, I'll stop. Ninja class. A. Vampire. I'm gonna put it A+ and not S, simply because I kind of like that the skin in between the belts or pieces of fabric. I like that it was black underneath it for Agnès. I don't know. I want it to be the same for this one, but it's not. I don't know. It just takes a bit of... It takes the... I don't know what it does. I just don't like it as much. Oh, again, I forgot her freelancer. See? No, well... See, I don't really care too much for freelancer. Like it's not something I hate, but it's also not anything that's very interesting. So it's kind of like whatever. I forgot the performance class. It's still cute, like Agnès. The red and the blonde hair works for me. Actually, yeah, A. Conjurer class. This is what I want. It's very cute. She's like a little pilgrim girl. She doesn't have that long dress that makes it look like she has like 1,000 layers, like she's hiding people underneath her dress. It's cute. This is actually a solid A. It's cute. So, here is my tier list for the fashion of a DLE. And of course, the last but not least, Ring a Bell will be next. Okay, now we have Ring a Bell, and if you've seen with Adia's, you know, I went through hers a little bit more faster because I don't have that much to say with these ones. Like now that we've seen the outfits, like because a lot of them they just recycle, like it's just the same outfit but on a new body. Well, not even a new body because the bodies are all the same. So, just different hair, I guess. First we have the Monk. It's in the same tier as I'm just gonna put it B. It's average, but it's not horrible. Actually, B minus. Row below. B minus. It's just boring. It's boring. I'm sorry, everyone. Stop doing that. What is doing that? How am I doing that? It's boring. I'm be honest with you. It's not like super boring. Like it does get the point across. Yes, it's a monk, but it's boring. It's almost a little on the boring side. The same thing for the white mage that I said for Tiz. It applies here. Oh no, sorry, that's a minus, not a plus. My bad. It's the same here. It just needs a little bit more pizzazz. Black Mage, again, the same as Tidge. Now this one is made for him. Like I think he looks okay with it, but I don't like it. I don't like those pants. I really don't like it. And another one, not another one, but the Knight, which is the next one, is not the same as Tiz. And actually, this is one that I would probably want to be the same as Tiz. Or, how could I say? I wanted to have that piece, but also the cape, that headpiece and that chin guard or whatever. I wanted to have that and the cape. So, it'll go in B minus because the cape is cool. I'm not Edna Mole. I will not say no capes, but if it had both pieces, that would have lifted up to a B. Now next is Arcanus. Now look. Anyways, Spell, Spirit Master. I think he looks cool in Spirit Master. Like these classes will never look bad to me. Like I like them on everyone. So whatever. Templar, A. Oh, now we gotta make our A minus. You know what? For him, I'll do A. You know what? I'll do A just for Ring a Bell because if you play the game, you know why. I'm putting it for A just for him. The Thief is literally the same as Tiz, just with the hoodie off. It's not insulting in any way. B minus. Just yeah. The Merchant. It's not the same as Tiz, and actually I like Tiz's colors better, but that's a solid B. No, A. A. It's A. A minus? A. Keep it at A. This is A minus. Or B minus. No, A minus, B minus. Time Mage will be A minus. The only reason why I'm doing that is because they have differences. Like, actually, you know what? His might be A. Because I don't know if Agnes did it. and I can't remember at this moment, but his has that, like, it goes to black to blue to like this yellow and then orange. That looks awesome. It only makes it to A because of the cape, but they all start to look the same. And I don't like that when each outfit looks exactly the same, because everyone has a different personality. Everyone in this group has a different personality. Why would they wear the same exact? Now I get it. The asterisk gives you whatever, asterisk gives you whatever it gives you, but like, put a little pizzazz to it, you know? And the pizzazz is in the cape, so I'll take it. Moving on. The Summoner. Let's say it's the same as Tiz. Maybe it's a little different somewhere, but I can't see it at this moment, so it goes there. Ranger class. Now this is also green, but it's not like a very intrusive green. I would like it if it all matched, but A-. No, A-. Next we have Red Mage. A. This one actually really worked. Actually, you know what? For Ring a Bell, I really like Ring a Bell in the Red Mage outfit, so he can have it in S. Valkyrie, S. It's the same as Tiz, S. It just, yeah, it they both look the same, but it's so nice in my opinion. I'm okay with putting them both at S. If every single one looked exactly the same like this, with no differences, then maybe I would have put them a little bit lower. But I don't know. Listen, okay? I like it. Don't argue with me. Pirate is A-. It looks cool. It's the same as Tiz, but whatever. A lot of his is the same as Tiz. Performer, I think the only thing is the fringe on his arm that's different. B- for the fringe. Salve Maker, yeah, it's also really busy. I don't hate it though. B for him. Next we have Sword Master. Is it A? It's A. What am I talking about? It's A. Oh, his freelancer class, C. Actually, you know what? I'll keep it at C. I don't like how his freelancer looks because it looks good in the cutscenes, but it doesn't look good in the model because the shirt, jacket, whatever he's wearing looks like it's too small for him, and his pants make his legs look like wishbones. Like, it's okay if he's bow-legged or not, but like, if he bow-legged, let him be bow-legged in all the art. Like, every single outfit. What is this? Now again, that's with the model and whatever like that, but it ain't working for me. It's not working for me whatsoever. And guess what? We're gonna move on to the ninja, and the ninja is going to go, not the ninja, but the ninja is going in the S class. Yeah. Vampire, again, needs some more ookie spooky. A. And we're back at Conjuring. D. It's that weird, I'm not even gonna go through it again. You know how I feel about it. And this has been my tier list for every outfit for the job classes. Now, if you want me to do one for the alternate classes, I will do that. Someone else actually already made a little tier thing for it. So, like, I could just do that if you guys really want it. But as for now, that is it. That is all I have. The next one for Bravely Second will be next. You know, I don't know if it'll be the next video, but it definitely will be next in the series. And then we'll go down to Bravely Default 2. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed. And do it on your own and let me know, you know? Sure. I would like to know. Well, with all of that out of the way, Numi out.